In case some of them, they might be listening to me, I advised them. I said, all of you, I'm not supposed to tell them, they're supposed to look for them anyway, but I said, there's no point. If they can be civil enough, let me give them the advice. And I said, among me, Cynthia Adebanjo, you're a person of interest in the new investigation that is going on in Abuja. They need to hear one or two things from you. Advice, be advised, go with your lawyer, present yourself. If you, whatever you know, go and say it. Whatever they need to get from you, they'll get from you. And then when they are done with the investigation, they will tell you the verdict and the next line of action. And it took her a little time before she could hear. And I mentioned all of these people, including spending, which is Sadiq Ayobami. I mentioned all these names ever before anybody even make a move or say they are underground or anything. And then we started with the first one. I was thinking we were going to meet, Damola and Adura together. Then we found Damola. We did everything civil, seamless, no abuse of any right. It was clean. And then we're moving on. We're supposed to get Yomi, get spending. And at the end of the day, she decided to listen. And then we were training on trying to get the spending. And then we mobilized. Okay, the detectives should start coming from Abuja. They landed in Lagos. They have their own accommodation. And then the Abuja communicated with the right police officers here to dispatch team. It's the same police command. Okay, you guys, we have an information that the person we are needing is in so area. Please go on. If you pick the person, this is the warrant of arrest. If you pick the person, our officer is already arrived in Lagos. They will take over from you and then they will bring the suspect to Abuja. Simple, no abuse. That's what we've done. And then they were already on ground. And then we are already closed in on spending. And then we've already informed the police officer. While the officers in Lagos are expected to come quickly, but because the information of the court came so late, and the police officers from Abuja they can effect arrest. Okay, officers, this is just one person here. Move close, come and arrest your suspect. And then they began to give excuses after they've agreed. They've already arrived legally at the nearest police station, which is Sabo police station. They've even arrived, they've booked in. That DPO, they've even met with the DPO. We are from Abuja, from the headquarters. We are here to arrest a particular suspect in your vicinity. And then they were saying, okay, bring the suspect. I said, the Lagos police officers, they are not here yet. And this suspect could run away. Come and effect the same arrest. They refused to come. I said, okay, no problem. And I reported to Abuja that I can't even understand that this is going on. After all the stress I've been through, that this is not normal. And then 3-4 days after, I was notified that spending was arrested and is already in Abuja. I said, oh, I gave kudos to the Nigerian police. I didn't even praise myself because for heaven's sake, I don't lie. I don't take unnecessary credit what I didn't do because I can't. The last thing I want to do is to lie and start saying, let me patch it up and no, I don't do it. I don't do it for anything. The only thing I can do is if somebody is trying to put words into my brain or try to psych me, I might play along. Because if I don't know who you are and you're trying to sell information to me and I want to know who you are, I want to know where you are driving at, my own training, I might play along with you, tell you things to make you think I am a fool. I need to know who you are and follow through to the latter end. Because that is how you can, intelligence, security is about intelligence. It's about intelligence gathering. So at the end of the day, I came on my live, give kudos to the Nigerian police that he's already in custody, which nobody can stop again. And I was going to go on before somebody and some people start embarrassing, insulting me, that it is their effort. I look at it and say, this is not just an insult. It doesn't make any sense. This is an investigation that I have done, we've invested in, police officers arrived, so even if they did anything, which is just going to be transportation alone, they are not in my petition. Those group of people, they are not in any way connected to my NGO. They might be connected to Justice for Mohbad, But the petition in question, that is a legitimate investigation, they are not connected. And I cannot even understand why the IPO then will be liaising with them. And these individuals now came public to say they are the one, they are doing it, and anybody could even believe them. That is where you people have ought justice for Mohbad again, and not the Nigerian police. Because this thing is so simple. It's simple science. Majority of the reason why Mohbad has not gotten justice is the Nigerian public. And the family and these people they are using, they are working carefully on the weakness of all of you. Because the competition, you people will not understand that. You don't do, you have just one NGO working. It is counterproductive to be competing or trying to pull the NGO down. Forget about whoever the person is, who is leading. You need a structured body to lead a struggle like this. And I've been doing the right thing. I've been using I have to abandon my own job to concentrate fully so that there won't be any downtime. So I am going to be appealing once again. It is time for us to come together again. Stop thinking it is going to be productive to be distrusting an NGO on the front line. Because the little friction that has cost, it cost the IPO. We had to write a strong petition against the IPO, and we have requested that we don't want her in the case. So she might be there, giving them false information and false hope. But I can tell you for free, I would never, like I'm saying, I would never, for any reason, lie to you guys or tell you what is not. Because all these people, all they want to do is to turn it to social media drama, everything. This is a serious matter. It's not something that was supposed to be coming to social media to discuss all the time. No. And I'm beginning to lay back now because the results should speak for itself. Because while we are working, the same people that claim they are seeking justice with us are the ones trying to do everything to cut what we are doing. And the family are also doing everything they can to frustrate whatever we are doing. And then the externals working also to frustrate. So it is on both sides and is becoming a serious melee. So to see that, I appreciate the fact that this wonderful host have a clearer understanding of what is on ground here. So I'll continue playing it. That's my explanation of that.
And you arrest Yomi fabiyi.
Now, a lot of people do not know why an arrest is coming up in the matter. A lot of people do not know why arrest is surfacing. The arrest is surfacing because, number one, because I need to be honest with you guys, there are bigger offices that has to do with the security of this country that are involved in that petition that we wrote to the president. And as a matter of fact, we had to notify them that it is now becoming a serious melee. This is justice for Mohbad. This is the interest of the government in the case. Justice for Mohbad, and that, of course, it should not affect, the security of the country, the well-being of the country, if the video or whatever they want to do with it filters. And then why would the IPO abandon Break the Silence Foundation and be dealing with individuals that we don't know anything about? So when the petition got to the top hierarchy, they have to investigate and said, probably they should present who are these people that you are working with. As a senior police officer, as the investigating officer, why were you dealing with these people? Why did you choose with the evidence that we supplied? And that is why I took the pain to play the conversation with myself with that IPO. Are you saying, why did you abandon that particular stuff? It needs to be cleared, and that is why when they now got to that stage, what do you want? Emma Bo, why are you are not part of the communicate the directive on the presidency, the directive of the presidency. Break the Silence Foundation is the only body that is there. And the fabiyi. So why are you, as a police officer, as the investigating officer, why are you dealing with another team? Who are these people? Because when it comes to national security, it might be one of those our terrorists, but she might infiltrate and they will hijack any president or Shinkoko. The information has gotten to the president on things like this. He has instructed the police to look into the matter and arrest the situation. Giving Mohbad justice is not what the government or the president will be saying, I give. It is the right of Mohbad. Beg me before I do it. It is the right of the president, the governors, to give Mohbad justice. It's just because we live in a terrible society that people don't even know their right. That's why they are thinking even the president is too big to deliver justice for the citizens that voted for him. So for that reason, they now look into whatever they are doing. You now realize they all went back. And we are not stopping. We will get to the root of it. Trust me. I'm telling you on my honor. It's not because they will claim they are speaking justice for Mohbad here and I will lay back. I don't know what they are doing. I don't know who they are working for. I don't know what their interest is. But they have done something. I keep saying, they have done something. Hold on. They've done something that I cannot explain. This is beyond trying to hijack the movement. They have an ulterior motive. And that is why we have to what? Do everything we can to ensure that that is, nipped in the bud. But, all these people, they will be deceiving themselves, whatever it is. Of course, it cost me my relationship with the IPO. We don't want to relate. That is our demand. Part of the things we wrote to the police. That we don't want that woman to continue in that case again. And I want to believe that will be adhered to. Because it's very important. We have a clean slate and clean mind. We want justice for Mohbad, and we don't want anything to happen to this country, to the security of this country, to the national security, to the reputation of a president. We don't want anybody to be, messed up with Mohbad's case when they have no hand in it. Those people responsible for murdering the young boy inside his house should pay. They know themselves. They know what they did. The facts of Mohbad's case are too glaring. And it is justice for Mohbad or nothing. They know we're not going to be backing down. Anybody could feign tired. Anybody could say they don't want just... And they took Mohbad's life in his house. You fail to get results. You want to be silent on that and then continue to fight for another one. Then when you don't get results, you go quiet. You'll be waiting for another person to be quiet. Then you'll be acting like you care. I'm not in that class. We must see one to an end. That's because we're a human rights organization. We have a dossier. We have a record. We must see closure. We might do 2, 3, 4, 5 cases at the same time, but we are not part of those people that will say, okay, because we did justice for Mohbad and we didn't get justice, then we should just, it's already stale. Nothing is stale. Because justice doesn't come so easily. It comes by you being persistent and you pursue your case and you follow up. If you don't follow up, they will trash it. So people that see us come on social media to follow up online, offline, you now realize that these Nigerians are these human beings. Should call it deliver justice in it. Should deliver justice in it. The people that committed the crime don't want people to talk about it. And the people that want justice must continue to talk about it, must continue to invest human resources, capital resources, intellectual resources until they get the results. So now, they did what they did. You now realize now, particularly when the complainant, the suspect, is now beginning to complain in the kind of arrest, they are now shifting back. But okay, it is now Yomi fabiyi that arrested Spending. But when they were trying to cause havoc, ruin my own name, when I have nothing to do with these people, I don't know them, I didn't destroy whatever they are doing, I didn't affect whatever they are doing, even if they have succeeded in doing whatever, I wish them well. But they've lied to the same public that claim that are supposed to be supporting the NGO to achieve success. And people, they all believe and they went with them. And that's why you could see one of them saying that, I only contributed money. I contributed money for the arrest and transportation to Abuja. I don't belong to the underground. And the same person is saying, but Spending is still having a case in court. Why should they take him? If they had allowed it to be and break the Silence Foundation. We would say anybody should bring it on. But it's quite funny. Maybe one of the police officers in Abuja, because of the whole Arua and everything, and because we wrote a petition, and the petition we wrote, it has to do with fraud, it has to do with corruption, EFCC could be involved, and they felt like, let's ought Yomi fabiyi too. And they gave them a weak advice. Oh yeah, go and write petition in Alagbon. Nigeria for Yomi, but as God will have it, I already planned my travel to UK. Me, my plan, because Spirit Mohbad was like, bros, move. I didn't know anything is been coming up. Because even if at the end of the day, if I go to that, but because Mohbad felt like not now, he ensured that I made a move. So when they planned whatever they want to plan to Alagbon and Zone 2, I was already on my way to UK. Before they even gave me the notice that you are needed to come. And it's still funny. If Wumi Cynthia, who wrote petition to Zone 2, stating that I was shouting that she is needed in Abuja, because of that I'm defaming her, but went to the same Abuja and realized that I was speaking the truth. Out of pain, Wumi's lawyer came and released the invitation that was written. And what she's been investigated for is clearly written in the invitation, that you are needed for an investigation on murder, theft, and criminal conspiracy. And she's been processed. The investigation about Party, when they will need her again, she would have to present herself. When investigation is completed, when Dawala is needed, he will present himself. When the investigation is completed, Spending will present himself, because they will still have to get the other suspect. And that is just it's absurdity, it's pure madness to assume that we as citizens will pursue a case. Everything is not about money. There is something they call integrity. There is something they call patriotism. And it depends on the community you belong to. I belong to the standard human rights community across the globe. Money is not everything. Anybody could become a rogue police officer. Any investigator could go rogue. That is not the end of the case. All you need to do is to fight. Stop it now. All you need to fight for is the rogue to be out of your own case, because it's our right. It's our right to pursue our own case. But all they are trying to do is to penetrate Abuja again, to do whatever they want to do, to probably bribe or do whatever. Not all these police officers are going to be falling into this mess. The Deputy Inspector General of Police, heading FCID, is a man of honor. He is a father. He has a name to protect. If I see anything wrong from any officer, see to me, I will call anybody out. I will scream, I will shout, I will go to court, I will put my life on the line to fight for whatever I'm fighting for. The only thing I just want to do is ensure that I pursue a case to a reasonable extent before I even allow anybody to hold me into incarceration. Because all they want to do is to take the power, your fighting power, and you must be very calculative when you're fighting. Because he who runs from a fight will live to fight another day. Because this case is already complex. It involves the immediate family and friends of Mohbad. And they have deceived the public with many of these hosts queuing behind them for a long period of time. And they will be blaming the police. The public can't blame the police now. Because you, the public, you choose to stay behind the people that you're supposed to be investigating. Now, as we speak, I can tell you for free, in the light of the new lead, Yomi Cynthia Adebanjo, and the rest of others, Sadiq Ayobami, all of them, and Darosha, they are now persons of interest and are being treated as suspects that they should be as in the original case. And none of them that have been processed can tell you that, want to go see case, want to throw a case out. None of them. But they won't speak the truth to their followers because it's social media. It's just a matter of you dealing with the right investigator and everything is come to fore. So this is what those group of people did. But I am sticking around.
Just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I have an official match. I'm going to go play now. Then we're going to have a battle later after the game, okay?
All right,
so
bro.
just continue. I don't want to distract you. Just want to see what you're doing. And we'll continue, yeah. Just, I mean, you can tap now. I mean, you can even jump with a second account. You have a second account, right? I mean.
Where? Say the other side.
Headquarters is playing game now. I mean,
don't worry, I'll be there. Don't worry. You know.
The whole headquarters. You're supposed to end live. Headquarters, they play game. I don't understand.
When are you starting?
Headquarters.
When are you starting?
The whole branch, the streamers, not only you.
When are you starting?
Yeah, I think it's starting in 20 minutes.
I'll round up. I'll come.
No, it's okay. No. Stay. I'm gonna come play you later. Just stay on your live.
Okay then. Okay.
All right, later.
All right. So that is basically what happened in this one. So, as a mark of honor, I'll stop whatever I'm doing when it's exactly 7 o'clock. Please notify me so that I can I'm not going to go off live, but I'll stop talking. Then I'll be able to join them with Break the Silence account to join the match. The two players are my close persons and they are so good to me, so I have to be there. So it's just 5 minutes. I want to believe that is okay, right? That's okay. So
Yomi never said he arrested spending.
You know, this is life. As at that time, that's why you people would always, they don't pay attention to me when I speak my truth. As at that time that I even came out to say spending has been arrested. Normally, if I was part of the arrest, as in if I was part of the transportation to Lagos, to Abuja, I would naturally either I come with my evidence or I give descriptive analysis of his movement, so that I don't give no description because I want to talk, because I want to let you know that everything went well, and this is the chronicle of the the events, human rights protection and all of that. So I was so lucky. I had no inkling, no idea that any other group are involved. There is no way I would know they are involved. Because even the last I heard about this group, who claim whatever they are doing, is that they've done whatever they want to do a long time ago, and they didn't come with any results. So I was thinking that my complaint to Abuja was what necessitated them to say, go and bring that suspect that you told Yomi fabiyi that is no longer needed in Abuja. It's a lie. We don't want that. Because I reported to them quietly on the ground that, see what the IPO is doing. I do understand. So when they gave me the information that he's there and the other people are needed, I said, glory be to God. So there is no way I will know these people are there. Suddenly, they start accusing me of what I didn't even know anything about. And look at this honest person, this Oregolua. This is why people would always be like, then why have we been disturbing this Yomi and thinking he's lying or he's doing this? Because I didn't come out to you. I didn't even know normally, it is still okay for me. So maybe our tickets of you despite that me but decide that correct in Kotoshi. I did not even brag about it because that's not my area of interest. My area of interest is that anybody of interest should be in Abuja, and all those in the house when Mohbad was murdered, they should be there to be processed and the truth is out. So he's in Abuja. I give kudos to the police. And thank God everybody saw it that day that it was the police that I didn't even know. Mo defi sare mom si mi bura. Mo fi gbogbo nti mo ni ati to mi ati to mi mo fi bura. I didn't know anybody contributed anything in transporting him. Anything on the ground were involved. And there is no even way they are meant to even be involved because it's my own petition. These people, they don't belong to my NGO. If they even want to help, I didn't even hear anything that they were helping to even pay for the ticket. And even if they have done that, if they had told me or I hear, while I am giving kudos to the Nigerian police, I would have been giving kudos to them. I would have been giving kudos to them, but I didn't. And look at the way they insulted me on all platforms. With all due respect, I swear on my mother's grave. Voice here ni. Mo ṣe gbọ́ voice here ni. Mo ṣe gbọ́ voice here. And people were just telling, she's been supporting me. Majority of these people don't me rí. Nǹkan kan ò ṣe mí kò ṣe àìsíkí mi. Èmi ni mo gbéra mi wálẹ̀ pé let me just do this for the èèyàn ti kú already mo bá ṣá lórúkọ ó ti kú ó ti wà ńlẹ̀. So who am I? Bring yourself down if you want to fight this kind of struggle. If you're an activist, you want to fight this complex Mohbad case, you cannot bring your shoulder up and stay away from people because you don't want to be insulted. You must be ready to be insulted, mistrusted, misunderstood, abused, and hated before you can get the truth out of this case as an activist. Because it's already dirty and complex. The people that know the truth are already mixed up with the people that are shouting, justice for Mohbad, justice for Mohbad, and they are ready to even pinch you. Or they'd like to go anybody, dagger anybody, legbe. Please, when it is 7 o'clock, notify me so that I can join these people. So that is just it. So it's an honor listening to this person. She has been doing so many things to support, and I'm like, wow, gracious God. Well, I've not been listening to these people because so let me continue.
Is either teba ti share recording ẹ lè máa keep ẹ fúnra yín or teba share ẹ keep ẹ because ẹ máa ń play orin àwọn kan ò lè bá yín gbé kinní yẹn because of copyright. But teba play orin is easy for àwọn èèyàn láti bá yín cut ẹ gbé pamọ́.
Look at me now. I am just learning from editor me she play orin. You see me every time before I play music because I'm not doing it because I'm a host. Because I want to put it on my Facebook to monetize it. No. I am not monetized. I've not monetized any of my social media. I'm just doing the work I come to do on this earth. I don't know when I'm going to go. I just want to play a part. Because anything I fail to do now that concerns our collective communal benefit, I'll be leaving it for my children. So I want to play my part. And I'm appealing to you, play your part. Me, ever rolling me. The only time people ever wrote, Kinita and shake, Timoro anything to was selfish. That's just what about justice for nobody. It put motive every to was selfish, mo go like long. Moshe will be interest on public issue one dikini. Tabama back justice, but Moshe. I know some people will be so happy that they will bless the NGO so well and will be able to expand. There's some people they are waiting. That's the only time I've ever thought anything selfish. All the funds that have been available to us is Sunkere Fakere Fund. You are used to them. Which I did is part of justice, man. No. We find ourselves seeking justice from about with some people that believe in social media fracas. And that is the way. Tell it down sharing justice there. You cannot fault it. Already I've been named. If you want to get ill with your leprosy, go and shower in that dirty water. Oh no, don't go no, we don't. Go and offer can dirty. If you told you know dirty no magba koja torí àtàn tí ó bá ti gbẹ̀gbin ò lè kún ó kò jẹ́ pé kíní yẹn ojú ni màálù rọ́ ni ọ̀bẹ ò dá lọ́rùn tí ó bá ṣe pé bóyá mo need that mental strength mo dẹ̀ ní experience láti almost a year plus ó sì gbogbo nǹkan tí mo jẹ́ lé ayé tí mo ní tí wọ́n ti tọwọ́ bọ̀ náà lórí ọmọ lọ́mọ. Then you picture it that if that's tó bá jẹ́ pé nǹkan ènìyàn ọmọ ọdún mẹ́ta ẹni tó bímọ tiẹ̀ sínú ilé. But the boy is doing well, I'm doing well, so I just overlook. And most of these people that do it, we are back together. I will laugh. But I need to be honest with you. I hear social media ni human rights àwọn anja fún sin. Àwọn ìbọn tó máa yin nìyẹn. Ayé ìgbà wọn Martin Luther King ó gbé bọn gidi. Mandela Mandela pa. A lot of people thought Mandela is getting honored. He's one of the most important to popular in gbogbo àgbáyé. They can't force find Mandela mo lẹ́yìn tó ti kú gan. But wọ́n sin èèyàn gbogbo àgbáyé. Lẹ́yìn òkú Yashali, kò sókù tó ní weight tó ní kíni tó kú Mandela. But this is the same person, an entire nation turned their back against, and they sentenced him to life imprisonment. Oh, they look 27 years. Do you know what it means for somebody to be kept in prison for 27 years? It means some people believe he is a negative to the society. People like Awoton Bumilori comment section are the people that condemn Mandela then. Even as South Africa is getting better, their generation is not benefiting from South Africa. Because of what? When Martin Luther King was going to be stabbed, Martin Luther King, when he said we should stop it. Why should you be segregating between the black and the white? Now look at blacks, Nigerians. They are sitting in the same bus with a white person. White man saying, and then a pub, they will attend to you before they attend to a white man. Before, if you even enter alone, you are going to prison. If you sit in the front row in a bus where a white person is, you are going to prison. The person that fought for it, a black person, was the first person to say, what are you fighting for? Kilo njafun, kilo kon epe luti won. Òun ló kọ́kọ́ gún Martin Luther King lọ́bẹ. Ẹ lọ wo ìrandíran ẹ̀. Go and check the generation of that woman. After Martin Luther King, he forgave. Let go. So, kò easy. Ìbọn tí Mandela tó yìnbọn, ó rí mọ́nú ilẹ̀, ó sá lọ. Ẹ̀wọ̀ ìgbà tí Mandela sá lọ, tó sá padà sí South Africa. So when you see people, I just see it as èròjà. Look at Babajisha's case. Ìtìjú. Ni ó jẹ́ kó lè sọ pé, ṣebí you told us Babajisha slept with a 7-year-old and he was found guilty. How can somebody who has been found guilty of sleeping with a 7-year-old came out after 3 years? How can he sleep with a 7-year-old and found guilty, as you told us when they sentenced him? How come he's coming out after 3 years? They fail to understand that anything that has to do, that we fought for and told them that this is an organized crime. And apart from organized crime, the real person, told this virgin was caught. And the virginity was recently taken few months before Babajisha was arrested. So how can he had defiled the girl when she was 7-year-old? Virginity after 7 years. These are the truths they refuse to tell all of you. Women, when they want to destroy anybody's life, they will set you up and then put up a lie. We're going to be going to a woman, a mother here, to sexually abuse someone. We'll do that after we come back from Paparano and Damlos game. I will explain to you what I stand for. And then you will see my own difference. The difference between me and them is the difference. Because I am not doing anything to be loved. I'm doing everything to ensure that things go well for my country. And people will not understand. Because education when I was spending money to become a human rights consultant, when I was attending courses, most of these people don't say we are child rights activists. They are there spending money on premieres, going to clubs, and they will still come on social media to accuse and rubbish somebody like me. Then you look at it, the people in the right society say, what is going on? But on social media, I like it, I want to tell you. Only brand, if I tell you, what's my business with brand? Ambassador 5 minutes to. So we are fighting for what is right. Mubas's case, we are fighting for what is right because that is the way NGOs should do. We need more NGOs in this country, not business center NGOs. Some people see police job as business center. Everything you want to do in this life, pray that you have money. Me deciding to say, okay, filming, take a break. Let me go back and give back to the society. And I'm sacrificing my life, my career, my family, my children, my health for a just cause. And somebody thinks if they sit on social media, they place a cause. How it makes sense? Big Batten Big Batten plan a fake arrest, escape. I'll see it as a normal thing. And I can tell you for free, most of this majority, 99%, I don't see them. 99%, I don't see. I hear that. And what a beautiful submission, lady, see. Espana just sent it to me. This lady speaks very well and she speaks the truth. How come nobody sent it to you? He said, most of it, we don't like sending it to you because you said you don't want to. I don't want me. Mama send it. Tell you about sending because a guy come and say because in Germany. You must tell me what is in the link before I open it. That's why most things I don't see. I don't just open any link. Mo le ma rin lo call me jawo bi kan kin ti jáde padà. Mi gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ ńbẹ̀. Wọ́n ní àwọn kiri kan tẹ́mi platform. Mi gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ. Kankan tó bá kọ́ sọ pé bóyá kan play lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi pé Yomi gbélé kò ṣe kankan kò gbélé mo kàn fẹ́ kó gbọ́ ni. Kí ló sọ ńbẹ̀? Okay, ààrẹ rìn and that's okay. That's ibi tó yé wọn nìyẹn. After Babajisha came out, I've written to the Lagos State government. I've shown them my concern in the case. Because Babajisha will padà sẹ́wọ̀n. Worst case scenario, his name will be cleared totally, and they will say they should pay him compensation. To Baba Shele. Okay, he was in prison unjustly. But even when he told Logan today, I will bring here, she was satisfied. And you have to control your emotions when you are to fall in love. About getting they will still be planning where finish your fabiyi. Only mo ṣe máa make sure pé tó bá yẹ pé kí máa ṣe pé mi go te wá like obìnrin kí máa fi gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́sí lójú. Because tó bá rí pé ti lọ wà package jù ani ó máa níyì tá bá fẹ́ fi bring it down. Èmi ẹ lè gbọ́n tèmi intel pé lè lò tó máa jọ àwọn ẹ̀ lójú gan máa ti fa yín ṣeré èmi gan mo like òbò mo like kabadora wa mo like ní ṣé mi ní right sí ni I'm an adult. Torí nǹkan tẹ́ bá rò ní pé ẹni tó bá ti jẹ́ star activist ẹ lọ fobìnrin bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́. Gba mo ti ká pé weapon tó le jù nìyẹn because mi ò mọ lẹ̀lẹ̀ mi ò mú nǹkan tí ò ṣe tèmi. I don't take what does not belong to me. Mi tí ìrówó tó wà nù just wà tó bá sọ pé owó ilé tí kò tí sí. I just want to play my part so that things will go well. So I want to appeal to us. Let's go. It's 3 minutes. Let's go and support. I'll be joining with my other accounts. Let's go and support Damlog and Paparino. Let's go and support Damlog and Paparino. You can join any of them through their platform. Some people expect me to say who I'm rooting for. I love both of them. So let's go and support them. I won't tell you who I'm supporting. So let's go. It's 3 minutes to. Let's go. Let's go, guys. So that I won't. It's 2 minutes to. So let's go and support them. Just go to 5 minutes, then we'll come back. So on Instagram, I have to. Do I off it, or you wait for the 5 minutes? 7 minutes. Instagram, do I go off and come back after 7 minutes, or you guys will stay? Let me know, guys, if you want me to take it off. So guys, go show support to them. Okay.
Who's this person again? Let me see.
Damulon.
Oh. All right, guys.
It's all win-win. It's all win-win from that end. Like I said again, I have learned one thing, that if I'm playing something vital or something, I shouldn't play music. And I don't know, because I wasn't doing it for monetization, or I didn't even put into consideration that people need to cut some things because of the music involved. And I didn't even know whether people cut it or they don't cut it. Most of these things, people would think you know, and you don't. The only thing I do is to protect my community here, not because I cannot take any banter or but you have to protect the community so that some people just want to come and drop their toxicity or drop their anger, transfer the aggression on your page to disrespect your other followers. So it's important that I protect them. If not, anything anybody writes, I'll just overlook it. So I want to say thank you, Oreolua, for that wonderful piece of advice. I will take into consideration, which I'm doing already. No music as we speak at this point. So.
wọ́n sọ pé tani ẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kó lọ bá òun bring the show yẹn wálẹ̀ kí lẹ́ni ẹ sọ ẹni ẹ lóun ní òun ò ní gbé show kankan wálẹ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ flag òun ní archive ọjọ́ tó bá yá òun máa tún gbé jáde fún ẹ. Yes, that's what bloggers does. Tẹ́ bá ti download kan wàá tún gbé sínú ibòmíì nítorí ìjọ tó máa flag ẹ lórí page ẹ ìwọ náà máa ní copy ẹ lọ́wọ́ dání torí tí show yẹn bá move tó bá rí views lé lórí after 6 months or 1 year o máa tún reload show yẹn láti rí viewers again ṣèkì ni mo sọ fún yín. bọ́dá yẹn ló sọ pé àwọn làwọn mú spending o stop lying idiot torí pé o fẹ́ love o fẹ́ káwọn tẹ́lẹ̀ love rẹ̀. ọlọ́run ìgbà ń dè tí. kí lẹ́yìn ṣẹlẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀
God bless your intelligence for this particular point.
You forgot that from
I know that's Yemite. I now know her voice too now, Yemite. That 33 voice. Thank you for that wonderful support, all of you.
Àwọn ló ń fight pé Mr. Yomi claim glory àwọn.
No, wọ́n ti dáràn
all of a sudden.
Wọ́n ti dáràn. Torí pé ẹni tó gbọ́ ẹ bá padà jáde wọ́n máa padà arrest àwọn kan nínú wọn lọ́ ṣe fẹ́ ti wàhálà yẹn sórí bọ̀dá Yomi fún ẹ gangan.
Gbogbo wọn wá.
No, as it is, even if the petition was written to Alagbon, as they said they've written, I don't know who wrote the petition. I only know the petition in Zone 2 was written by Wumi. And of course, Kosoro knew here because what she was writing there, she had she'd already, turned herself in. So there is no point saying I'm trying to defame her. She just put up those lies people that put in petition. I don't know what she wants to achieve with that petition, but they were clever with it. She was going to turn herself in Abuja on Thursday, and they were expecting me to, attend to the petition on Friday. So by the time she's done there, they thought they would have sought everything. Then she will be on her way to Lagos, and they will say, Abuja, your fabiyi police cell. The only thing they want to do is probably sell Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Torment you. They will do whatever they want to do. Maybe in the process, they might come with some diabolical stuff to say, or they will inject something in my body. There are so many instances where they take the life of people in police cell. But they want to take advantage of the Friday and say, it should come. And the police officer was even writing, they wrote in their stuff, you can come with your lawyer to deceive. So they were pushing it. Zone 2, and the thought is everything I will throw my chest in. And I would have gone there truly. But if it's a spirit in Mubada at all about let them see me to familiar. I didn't know they were planning anything. There were so many things that I was going to be doing. I joined the match now. I joined them. So I joined with my other account. So the point is, they were planning so many things, and they thought I was going to be there to say I want to honor the invitation. And at the end of the day, but Spirit, Almighty God, the Spirit of my mother, they are needing you in Abuja. I give you the right information. That's a person of interest. All of it, and a competition based on that. This is what they do. And we need more sanitization even in the Nigerian police force, so that we have more people with professionalism, conscience in the police force. Because I would have gone there, but God knows who I am. He knows what I can do. That don't go there. In my normal self, I would have walked into the lion's den. And to God be the glory, I already planned my trip to UK, thinking I would go into America to continue my protest on justice for Mohbad. I've already been in front of a Downing Street to protest. I've written to the Prime Minister of UK and made some other moves on the ground. I've done some certain things on the ground too while I'm in UK here. By the time I find my way to the US, I will still do some other things to corroborate what is going on in Abuja. And justice for Mohbad will be on its way. Then if I return to Nigeria, whatever it is they are doing with so I'm going to be returning back to Nigeria, and then maybe before then go or a quarter for Jumu. That being said, that is what they planned. So the competition arrested spending. I don't know what they are trying to do. And why should your crew? The question is, show possible team. Is it right in the same case, same investigation, come and share with two different bodies? But it's normal to collapse them together. You are both seeking justice for Mohbad. This is a petition of a person that we have working on. If you are supporting the same thing, or you have anything, you work together. So there's no point discussing do this one, and then it becomes a serious melee. But in that petition that led them to Lagos, those people are not part of it. I can tell you on my honor. So whatever they are doing is something that I don't understand. So, and it's important for us to really speak up, because the fact that even the IPO did that to me shows that something fishy is involved in justice for Mohbad. And we have to pursue it. And that was why they started the whole competition. Maybe the same police officers, because Tebagbo or lady kiniko alaja kun. I'm gonna, maybe if I have time I'll play it. Even the commissioner of police in Abuja only petition Yomi fabiyi on the arrest of spending, and I'm like, okay, they say they should petition on the arrest of spending. If the Inspector General of Police, which is the first headquarters, about arrest spending, why are you not writing to the annex, which is headed by an AIG? You want to commit something terrible. I'm not saying they shouldn't do the nonsense they want to do. I'm all well and good, but I will speak to the whole world. They must know. And that's, I have to speak up, because that's where the president needs to hear my voice and know that when they are told that there are some machineries, they are deliberately waiting on Mohbad's case. Because see case to momilaya awon to grip even the Gen Z, everybody together, is something that is damning, that can put the government and the police in the wrong light before the Nigerian public. To Bagadi. And the fact that some people are already having access to the video, to the CCTV of the house, there is an attempt to say here and there is one presidential aspirant calling to protect, say they should leave the phone of one King White. All those nonsense, that something is fishy. Campus Bossy, I won't come here to involve me on the ground that I can't discuss openly here, that it requires me to speak up. So people don't know what is involved with the presidency. They thought it's just about, justice. It's more than that. And I can't be discussing that on social media. So whether they like it or not, the truth needs to be established. They have to investigate. They have to, conclude the investigation and prosecute. But that might take a little while, because while this thing, the order and the directive has been given to them, some people are also using power in the police force, in the public community, particularly in the circle of those responsible for how Mohbad was murdered. There are also powerful people that are saying, dishonor the directive of the presidency. Rubbish. We don't care if Mohbad's case destroyed the reputation of the president. We don't care if it destroys the reputation of the country, of the Nigerian police force. Protect us. We played a part in what killed Mohbad. Protect us. Whoever speaks, we will kill them along. And then they are making an attempt to say, let's take Yomi fabiyi's life. And some terrible people that are seeking justice together with us are working with them. So they were able to penetrate us already. And in this kind of struggle, there is no way they will not look for one or two persons that are on this side to betray the struggle. And it's about more struggle. Only those that present themselves to be used. Some people are greedy. They don't have a mind of their own. They do business with anything. And that is why they readily present themselves that where is money? Where is betrayal? So we'll stay with them and we'll be saying we are seeking justice together. If you come with the right price, we'll snitch on the justice movement and we'll destroy it for you. And that's why I need to speak up and then put up everything to say we need to fight on. That is what we stand for. That is my identity. Standing for the truth and standing for justice and the rule of law. And there will always, these things will always fight back. Injustice will fight back. Corruption will fight back. But we have to stand tall and ensure that we continue to fight on. And Eleda, Eleda, people that have been murdered that way, and the spirit of my, late mother and the Almighty God will continue to protect us. If I still have a role to play, I will still walk around, I will play my part. All I know is that when it is time, even if any arrest comes up now, I am not pushing for any fame or anything to blow out of proportion, but I can tell you for free. Want to arrest your time justice for Mobadi. Fame with me obey for no. And nobody should say that Yomi is doing justice for Mobadi because he wants to be popular. The Bitaba life day, if it is based on this justice for Mobadi, if I'm all I'm just saying it so that people can hear. That's why I am not looking for unnecessary fame. If I see way to avoid any arrest that would skyrocket my name, people will see it. There is no way they will arrest me. Some people that didn't even pay attention to what I'm doing, perhaps that I've been good to before in the industry, in the human rights community, in the international community, that will not pay attention to it. I want spirituality controls the physical. But me, I will continue to fight and until we get justice from Mohbad. Hey, I am not backing down. And we are getting justice from Mohbad. Because I can tell you for free, the presidency is fully interested in this. When I say the presidency, it's truth. But of course, the people that are also shielding the murderers or have a hand in the death of Mohbad, they also believe they have the connect with the same president and the presidency. So they will be, I don't know, pull stunts and they want to water down the directive of the presidency. And any host to play double role, to try and say they want to water down what we are doing. Except they don't work on ground. The public, out of the outcry, it's because they want to fight justice. And if they do anything contrary, it is the same. And most of these people think that the natural justice will never come. No. Pharaoh thought he has even disrespected Almighty God, that he is so powerful that he had allowed the children of Israel to go, and he is so powerful that he can say no. He listened to wrong advice. He said, go and bring them back. And when he realized that at this stage, let me lead myself, we have to return them back. I am the one that said go. I thought I was doing the right thing by saying, okay, let them go if it is God. That was God never had intention of destroying Pharaoh. There are some certain things that God was told of Pharaoh, Lara. But the moment he listened to wrong advice, people around him who made him, and they told him, go now, don't listen to God. Why should you forget about the signs you have seen? Is it not Moses? Is it not the same Moses that you raised in your house here? Tell who is that God? Then Pharaoh made a mess. He said, who is that God that will ask me to give the children of Israel freedom? And he gave the order. He said, all my soldiers, let's go. Put up the best armor. Let's go and return the children of Israel. And the children of Israel were even facing the Red Sea. He said, can you imagine? They said God is directing them. Look at where God is directing them to. This one, they are coming back to slavery. And God says that will be your last thoughts and last decision as a king. And he told the children of Israel and he told Moses, those Egyptians you are seeing behind you, you shall see them no more. And trust me, Mohbad is going to get justice. It's ordained. It's a natural thing. Only an unwise leader would think all these things and these signs, they are not coming from God. People don't understand. Even by coming here, with a plan, I want to back one of all the things that they've planned to hurt me, they can't still fathom why am I still like this. They can't even understand. In the course of fighting for this justice, I've been to UK 3 times. But it's still because whatever the case may be, I want to come. You want to stay there because me we have warrant of arrest. But I know it is okay for me. I'll return back. If it must stop, see, I'll continue from there. You will realize that when I return back now, I don't know if it's going to be the last slot, but I know by the time I return back to Nigeria, maybe till end of December, we are facing the final battle. This suspect, the truth will be established, evidence will be extracted, investigation would have been completed. All of those that have been arrested and on serious bail would have to be brought back, and then prosecution will follow. So, the directive to harmonize and prosecute subsists. It is actually a true order. If it is not from the presidency, I don't know what people even call it. If an actor, somebody of my status, the presidency, and nobody from the presidency has said you are lying. When I said something about Baba Gesha's release, the Attorney General came out and said, Baba Gesha was not released. He did his time. He was released from jail. While he was in prison, when Baba Gesha was in prison, he went to the appeal court and they removed 2 charges that he is not guilty. But the Attorney General said he was set aside. Kini set aside, Kini not found guilty. That this is not a right judgment. In all of these things, we don't see where Baba Gesha slept with any child. And I can tell you all for free, in everything, nowhere Baba Gesha has been found guilty or been punished for sleeping with any child. Because he never did. I can tell you on my honor, go and bring the best lawyer, anybody. As we speak now, nowhere it's found guilty that Baba Gesha slept with any child. The only thing he was punished for is the trap princess sex. On that day they arrested him, which is sexual assault. But they don't want the truth to be out to the people. And it's not because we are supporting the crime, but these are the things that we have been echoing. If they're going to be charging him to court, that is the only basis they should have even charged him to court. Sexual assault only. And that time, they would have established that, there was somebody who actually slept with the girl, which is not Baba Gesha. They would have known so many other things. They would have established the age of the girl to know whether it's qualified for sexual assault. And then they will know that irrespective of how tasteless the video or whatever Baba Gesha did in the video, if he has not committed a crime, it might not be okay to our face. But if the girl was truly an adult as at that time, Baba Gesha has not committed any crime. The only person that recorded 2 adults in whatever they agreed to do in their private moment is the only foolish person that committed crime against them. And in this case, maybe the girl will even be going to prison too, because why would you accept to be part of an organized crime? And there's something for 14 prove that she's 14, so that Baba Gesha will know that prison don't law I should have asked for the age, or I should be careful more. That she has features of an adult does not mean she's an adult. You were wrong. And then he will know that at least I've been to prison, I'm out. But now you send somebody to prison and in his brain, he's still like, this is an adult now. You, the government and princess, that you were saying he sexually assaulted a 14-year-old. You didn't even prove. He who assaults must prove. It is princess that is saying Baba Gesha touched a 14-year-old. Till this time, as we speak, no evidence of age was proven. Not even a birth certificate. And we have a judiciary. We have to speak up. So nothing can take him back to prison. And you will see people writing nonsense. Is this Yomi that will take him back? Said, Ewuru society tani. How can the country get better when majority of young people are talking and reasoning like this? And the rule of law and how things should be done. And the same set of people, they overlooked all the nonsense the princess did. We are now the one telling the government, explain to us the rationale. She been 14-year-old. And the police investigated, they said this Damola Adekola actually had sex with the 14-year-old. He confessed there was spam. The girl accused him. He confessed there was spam. The same person under that only come along. And the same, all of everybody on social media, they are just focusing on. And then I say, where is the honesty? The man case about now, there must be don't be selective in your justice. In the same case, same victim and same investigation, make it make sense. But how many young people understand what that means? That in the same case, same victim, same investigation, and it's your bomosu, and it go live imprisonment, and it terrible bomosu, and it can't. And we are saying, why there must be a reason why you asked Damola Adekola to go home. When Lagos State government took over the case, there must be a reason. It's because you don't question, you don't stand on the neck of the government to say, you must be accountable. And then you see them saying, Yomi, I have never changed my word. So the only reason why sentence was 16 years. Because some people believe, yes, 16 years is okay. At least for somebody that slept with a 7-year-old, 16 years is okay. So when they realized that it came out, the original case started in 2021. This is 2025. 2018 complete. And Babajisha is out. How does it mean that he was guilty then and is out? So they don't want, they thought it's glory for Yomi. Finished. And it's because I'm not interested in any glory. I'm just doing my own. I know it was, I've been saying it on my platform. Babajisha will be out in November. And to I've been saying it. It's not that now I'm just talking when it came out. I never stopped talking. I never stopped speaking my truth. I never stopped challenging the government and say, you are not doing the right thing in this case. I never stopped demanding that they should find a way to prosecute Princess and Damola Adekola and the security of the house. Some of you will still come back and say, so why would you set Babajisha up with an adult? That's the question if you don't want to grow as a society, I cannot force it. I will only play my part. I want to monk human rights, to background, tie. I want the community of one nigga. If a big glory, a big little, our time show talk, and we're not going. That is why anywhere I go in the real society in Nigeria, me repeat more data to you. I'm in my kiwi that lock my kiwi. Oh no, Katole lock my what I did in Babajisha's case is wrong. Katole lock my who motion. Katole me say body, because that's the way society should run. Back case the law police will never charge Babajisha for defilement of a minor. Because officer on local statement to credit for Babajisha. Charge. They know what the officer did. But yes, the court didn't punish the police officer. They still put the whole load on Babajisha because there is a video. Because the video might be morally wrong. It might even become a crime. It might be that touching the girl is truly a crime if the girl is truly 14-year-old. But why don't you want to establish and prove it? 14-year-old, I don't do social media court of law now. And they got to the same court of law to prove that age became a serious melee. Because there's no way they want to start explaining to the public with all this video that we saw. ọ̀nà wo yàrá ń wo kíní kan. Wọ́n rò tó bá jọ pé ọmọ yẹn ṣàjọ ó ti accept kọjọ fọwọ́ kọra wọn. Ọwọ́ ọmọ yẹn ló máa bèrè pé ta ló wà nílé náà. They don't even want to think, is there another reason why he's looking the room? They said, nítorí tí ń ṣe ti pẹ́. Ṣára ta ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ṣọmọ yẹn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Ṣé bá bèrè lọ́wọ́ ọmọ yẹn pé ọmọ ti agree kò ṣe fọmọ sáfù náà. So princess tó ní mò ń bọ̀ mo fẹ́ sin oní DSTV. Ṣé bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ò mọ̀ pé ó fẹ́ síyàn kò ní sí kọjá ẹnu ọ̀nà gate ilé ẹ̀. So if the girl is not accepting, so bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà had the intention to kó di lọ́rọ̀ pa. Kó ya pátá ẹ̀ kó sáré bá sùn kí princess dẹ́wà ṣe wà wọlé. You should know there won't be any intention to have sex. So the only thing is the girl can talk. Ọmọ yẹn ti gbára ó ti pa kúrò Bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà fún rẹ̀ tó bá yẹ ó ti pọ́ mọ́ ti gbà fóun ó ti ṣẹ́jú sóhun ta ló wà nílé ló máa bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. So they didn't want to even find a reason to say why is it called ẹgbẹ́ yẹn wọnú ilé yẹn ti ṣe ti pẹ́. And then we say if the girl is an adult, crime is not committed. It's only a crime if truly the girl is 14. But they refused to prove to him. And the girl was 14 and they just said go and be punished. All that if you get what you get, all that you. And then we said, okay, no problem. What about the other people? Only you supporting Kinikon is it's ready. Nigeria. We have a long way to go. We have terrible.
Lọ́ra àwọn páwọn òṣèlú underground àwọn òṣèlú ẹ̀yìn lẹ́dẹ̀ wá sí tàtẹ̀ wọ́n ń jà.
Lẹ́màìtì ṣe báwọn lọ́ra rí fáńṣẹ́ náà àwọn lọ́ra rí fáńṣẹ́ àwọn fẹ́ arrest Arifa no be juju be that. Come back we die here together come back àjọmọ̀ finish case tàjọ gbogbo àjọ tẹnu bọ̀ ni. Come back àwọn lọ́rọ̀ ọmọ yẹn ń ṣẹ́ ọmọ afẹ́ for opportunity pé ọmọ yẹn ti ní kwanta pẹ̀lú ẹ̀yin tó wọ canvas sórí agbádá rí. Ìkọ́ tó fi ń threatening bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn nìyẹn ó máa ń threatening ó ti yé yín ipe kò sẹ́ni tó máa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ó ti tẹ́ lọ́wọ́ onílé.
àìmọṣẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ ogun náà ni àìmọṣẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ ogun.
And then lest I forget kí n tó continue eléyìí ṣé mo kí mo sọ fún yín pé ẹlẹ́dàá Mohbad ó máa mú gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣe mọ̀kùmọ̀kà yẹn yóò ta ló rántí Bíọ́dún Lawal. Those of you on TikTok, how many of you remember Bíọ́dún Lawal? Whose original name is fabiyi Mustapha. The same woman tó gba ìyá Mohbad, tó gba àdúrà àti King White sílé. I told you Mohbad's spirit will continue to fight. A disclaimer, an allegation of serious fraud. She's been needed for a serious crime. On Wakilibai. I will post it so that you can see. Okay, we nǹkan tó wà fún. Èèyàn Bukky Jesse ni o. Ohun tó ń gbé Bukky Jesse débẹ̀ nìyẹn. That is ẹ wo criminal. Look at him. Look at her. Harmony Gardens and Estates. That is the picture. Can you guys see? That is her real name is fabiyi Mustapha. That is an ally of Bukky Jesse. This is the same person that Bukky Jesse relied on for information that I was lying, that there is nothing like CCTV in Mohbad's street belonging to the neighbor and all of that. You can imagine all these terrible individuals. They claim they are hosts, they are seeking justice. They will not be saying it is the police that did not give Mohbad justice. Before you will know, people like this, like Bukky Jesse, are the one behind why Mohbad has not gotten justice. Now read yourself. This thing came out yesterday. Now it's a disclaimer from Harmony Estates and Gardens Limited. They issued a disclaimer, and I think she used a company too. She used a company. Jogs Arms Abigilo Cosibet. There won't be that. Can be for you. Let me read it for you. Yeah, right here. Let me read Just in, Harmony Gardens alert. Alert public as staff face probe for alleged financial fraud. Now, disclaimer. Here is to notify the public of the fraudulent activities of Fabiyi Sola Mustapha, whose photograph and phone number appears above. She is no longer a staff or consultant or at Harmony Gardens and Estate Development Limited. This Fabiyi Sola Mustapha, she bears the name Biodun Lawal on TikTok, and she has been working with Bukky Jesse and Famuyiwa Ayodele, Baba Mohbad's younger brother and power of attorney. And they disrupted everything justice for Mohbad. And these are the people that were on the background telling them that I was lying when we were talking about the CCTV in Mohbad's house, the CCTV of the neighbor, and other sundry important, investigation activities that we involved in as a human rights organization. They were actually listening to a fraudster, though the Bukky Jesse has been trying to distance herself from her, but they are almost the same. This is our ally, Fabiyi Sola Mustapha. This is another fraudulent publication out. So I continue with the disclaimer. We regretfully notify the populace that she breached the company's accounts, illegally accessed and stole funds running into millions of naira. Hey, the matter is currently being investigated by the Nigerian Police Force regarding the theft activities by Fabiyi Sola Mustapha and George House Consulting Limited. Instead of responding to the allegations and cooperating with the ongoing investigation, she has resorted to blackmailing the company and its director, bragging to leverage on the relationship with social media personality, Very Dark Man, to intimidate the company from pursuing the investigation. Harmony Gardens and Estate Development Limited remains committed to transparency, due process, and protecting the interest of its clients, partners, and general public. Signed, Management, Harmony Gardens and Estates Limited. All those if you look at Very Dark Man, if you braggy. But whatever the case may be, that is the disclaimer from Harmony Gardens against the person of Fabiyi Sola Mustapha, also known as Biodun Lawal. This is the woman that Bukky Jesse, who was working with Bukky Jesse and the circle of Baba Mohbad, and they destroyed everything that we've done to get evidence on how Mohbad was unalive. She's a syndicate, as you can see. And at some point, I have video, picture evidence. She Gogolo took by Mohbad Sile, took by Adura Sile, at one Kole show. King White at some point, and it's quite unfortunate. She joined a phone call with me at some time, and she was saying all sorts of junks. The house address, there is no Kine Kombe. Also, we would have gotten justice for about a long time. But these people, they are everywhere, and most of these hosts, they were not careful with them. They left people that they know, somebody like me that have a whole lot of things to protect. The reason why I volunteered myself and my NGO was because out of compassion, the public, they know that this Justice for Mohbad as a movement will require money to work with the police, do some private investigation, but they've already raised money through the GoFundMe. And they've given everything to Famuyiwa and Baba Mohbad. The money they donated to another, they've given it to them, and the only thing these people were doing is wait on the coroner inquest. None of the lawyers they engaged then went to Mohbad's house, went to speak to any of the neighbors. They didn't even go to speak to the hospital they took Mohbad to. And I can bet you, they didn't even go to the mortuary where Mohbad was kept. They just got the fund, and they were doing whatever they were doing. Now, we that will now came in as a human rights organization, risking my life, I engaged the neighbor. But as at that time, there were too many, come and tell us what you're doing. And they make you so look stupid because They saw the fact that it's like this NGO is ready to deliver, but they lack fund. And everybody took advantage of the fact that the NGO needed fund. So any fund they used to support the movement, they will say they are giving it to Yomi Fabiyi Olowa, and then and if we need money to do all those things that we have done, and we're doing them, why are you now castigating Yomi Olo? I will need money to do those things, but I didn't want to overload the public. We have to be doing it gradually, and they have to make sure, tell us what you want to do. Tell us before we can support you. And the same people that will be saying, tell us, will say you talk too much. As if I am so trained that I might stop. Even if I know where to stop, they still forget that some people, while they're asking questions in the panel session, they are attacking in the comment section at the same time, and you must respond immediately at the same time, because some people, they are waiting. No comments. You see, it's not easy to, dedicate yourself, your dignity to a struggle like this, where people readily, they want to call you a liar. They want to call you a thief. And the bad man only make him appeal with a shock in issue. Because what you ferry, on don't see a milo bonbon, only shape a loto, only shape a loo until le koja is beyond physical. And when you do these things maliciously, only ma tete jansi. Oluwere on pari lojo. Only para because untoba she talk about I don't know whether I'm speaking the truth. I just want to destroy this guy. Any tolo about and you engage in things to destroy me. If it waits for you 10, 20, don't blame anybody. I don't get critical of people. All these people that they said they were underground, I can tell you for free. One, the only thing probably they do is write petition, which is they have interest in justice. But coming to destroy what I'm doing and working so hard that they should remove it from the case, apology. In the first place, does it even make any sense? We have an NGO that is very active. We have somebody that has a face leading it. Why do we want to rubbish that person when his involvement is a plus? And what I expect, let me now. Irú tí mo move wá sí UK nsìn tí mo ṣe ọlá pé tí n bá bọ́tà sọ pé wọ́n tún ti lé mi bóyá Ọlọ́run pé don't say they are laying you. Àwa gan máa gbé ẹ̀rìn kó tó mọ̀ pé nǹkan tá ṣe ń gbé ẹ tó ṣe ní kó move lélẹ̀. Me, I had a plan on justice for Mohbad, take care of my health, go to America, engage some certain powerful people again to look into the matter, because mo mọ̀ pé bó ṣe wà l'Abuja yẹn, people in Lagos that are also in this government, they will be walking to the same place to say, throw it away. And the people that raised the directive, they know it is dangerous to throw Mohbad's case away because of what it attached to it. Except they don't care about Asiwaju, they don't care about this country, they don't care about the national security. Somebody will come out and say, how is Mohbad's case connected to national security? Must I tell everything here? They assume that because Mohbad's case in the original space is not connected to national security. What about the back end? And these are the people that will say, you are saying everything online. If they have called to involve me, a guy was calling me from probably Dublin. Akpe mi, about me sọ̀rọ̀, kí wá ṣe pẹ̀lú baba Mohbad. Èmi náà dem play along pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Because I need to get all these people. I know he's playing a part, but I must get to the root of it to know who this person is, what he's trying to do. Won't play along because it is beyond coming to social media and talk. Ebi mo bata sọ fún yín pé ẹ dárúkọ ọba yẹn kan lẹ dárúkọ kò ṣe ọba yẹn kan ló wà involve. Even the role the second Oba is playing is bigger than the Oba tí gbogbo yín dárúkọ. The international intelligence community, they are aware. But These are people tó yẹ pé èèyàn ò ní gbàdúrà pé okay àwọn wá àmọ́ àjọ kọ́ra wa àjọ èmi ò lè pé kẹ́hìn tó ti ga kó wálẹ̀. All I want is justice for Mohbad. They should find a way around it and give Mohbad justice. The government should find a way around it. Mohbad deserves justice. So they should get justice for the boy. We know the fact of this case is clear. Until Tobari pe kini case Mohbad, until Tobari pe eventually ó dá wàhálà lẹ̀ sórílẹ̀-èdè Nigeria. In a way that these people asking question, how is he a threat to national security? Until that time. So if I know I have seen sign of a threat to national security, I will now come to social media and be answering anything me more. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do. You want me to now tell you something that I got to know in a secret or in a very risky adventure. These political jobbers, they take anything to hijack power. Anything that can destroy their main opposition, they would find it. They will spend millions of dollars to destroy anybody. When these people were using NSAS to destroy Asiwaju's reputation, how many of the people benefiting from Asiwaju now fought hard to clear the Baba's name? How many? As a society, as the youth, as at the time we were doing NSAS, there was president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces. There was vice president. There was Senate President. There was the Speaker of the House of Representatives. There is Minister for Police Affairs. There is Chief of Army Staff. Yet, they were able to tell the Nigerian public that it was a governor that went into an army barracks to give them order to go. How can a governor who does not control a police officer, a governor that cannot employ a police officer, let alone sack a police officer, now go to army? Actually, look at the way an army stood his ground against a minister as powerful as Wiki. Look at the way the army said, I am obeying order. So in a country where there is a commander-in-chief of the armed forces, army, a former army general, you now think the president will now be on his throne. A governor will now go to an army barrack and say, oh, you are going to shoot at protesters in broad daylight. I give you the order. How many people? A lot of people believed it. And it affected Asiwaju at that election. If there is any reason why he lost in Lagos, it was because some people are still bitter with the images and saying, I think he's involved. And it can't be. He might be close to the government, but I know certainly the president of the country can never outsource such an order to a civilian when the president is actually a former military head of state. Even if it's not a military head of state, you will now go to a barrack, you speak to an army general, soldiers will now carry gun. They will now be shooting at citizens holding the Nigerian flag in a protest that have lasted more than 15 days. But people, they did it and they twisted it around because they knew, they already know, I want to Asiwaju for president. And the people in Buhari's government that are against Asiwaju are the ones that even finance, start using it to rubbish Asiwaju in conjunction with people in the opposition. And when the Lagosians were going to vote, they voted against Asiwaju that he is responsible for NSAS that would revenge. They would have repeated the same voting during the second term of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. And then look at Mohbad's case again. And somebody, we're trying to tell them, somebody is asking me at this day and age, how is Mohbad's case a threat to national security? Don't you know that when cases develop to this stage, both local and international community, they will look at it. Is this government not properly advised? I personally told you, I communicated with the National Security Advisor's Office. I wrote to the National Security Advisor and I have an officer detailed with me. I'm not supposed to be saying that. Because I will not wash and allow Mohbad's case to destroy the reputation of the Nigerian police, destroy the reputation of the president of the country. Because he has no hand in Mohbad's case. But it will and it can destroy his reputation. And we will continue to push until he personally says, I don't care if he destroy my name. And those people, they can do whatever they want to do. They are waiting. They are even praying that Asiwaju should not do anything in Mohbad's case. They are praying that those people around him that are saying, Emma down, could affect you. Just the way they told Pharaoh, don't listen, Go and take the children of Israel back. He failed to hear. But the Bible, Macmillan, it's a spiritual book you must learn. It's some certain lessons. Listen up. Moses was raised inside Pharaoh's house. Moses is this is the voice of reasoning. Your Royal Highness, this is what God wants. He has shown you so many signs. This thing you saw here is a sign from God. I don't want anything to happen to you, sir. At a point, he didn't want, and then he listened. He listened to the voice of God. But because he is not too prayerful again, the only thing he's been doing is praying, respecting his mother. Said, I would work on him. Only and when you see people come to challenge someone, I look at it and say, you guys don't know what is going on. The best thing is to ensure that they go to the truth and get justice from Mohbad, and not the one they arrange in Lagos, putting the nurse and no, the nurse Mohbad died on the 11th. So all the story not saying I came on the 12th is fake. Throw it away. We're not foolish in this country. Look at the whole story they are telling us. They are looking for pharmacists 3 a.m. And none of the investigation could point to us. Even Omomi could not show us. This is the pharmacy they said they went to. How can they wait if you need that medical emergency? Why didn't they carry Mohbad in that 3 a.m.? Should be pharmacists not hospital. So why would this still be so proud when he needed medical emergency? I said, don't go and look for a pharmacist 3 a.m. Who are you fooling? Ben only Mohbad is one look at whiskey the go on the problem la go better oru. Can't you madalare because ni ko ba bleed ko ani elo pharmacy wala go better oru. He will come down from his high horses and say, let's go into the car. Oh man, dear, where Mohbad? He will jump into the car and say, guys, start going. Anywhere you see a pharmacist, just park there. So that they can stop the bleeding. And this lady came out and said this nonsense, and some people think we don't know what we are fighting for. Do I look like I don't care about my country? It's not a crime. I am not going to be hiding that I have utmost respect and admiration for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm not his follower 5 to 20. I have almost about 20 years of followership. I can tell for free that I have done so many things to promote and assist his ambition in different ways. Moti Shenkori ni Adugbo mi Shomolu. When my honorable through the Legislative and Political Bureau, which was headed by Special Advisor Oyindamole, and the governor said they should go and honor me. And sort of 2001. I have followed my colleagues to go and meet the president. That one of my colleagues needed help. She died in Canada with a 2-month-old. We don't have the fund. We want to bring her back. The president never said, I don't know this one, go out. In that hotel, I know Tawa Pada, I told you bank, our man will pay la Pada no. Amy, Folukere Ramola, She Baby, Kemi Afolabi, Ati Omo Mujiolaya, Ati Onko Meji. They went to give the name. Asiwaju said, okay, I'm okay with these ones. Let them come in. So why would I see what we ought is government and I keep quiet? Show me money come at a video. We have evidence. Does that look like it's a fake stuff? And is that not a threat to national security? If eventually they've sold it somewhere else. I came out to say a former presidential aspirant that has a media stuff was fighting that King White, King White, don't protect Aduraka Kiri. Can't feel his own too. There must be a reason why he is so concerned. They must investigate it. And all these things where you look at it and say, what do this efficacy pay? How can you claim you're supporting the NGO and then you are opening your door for people that will be saying nonsense? Look at one lady coming. Yomi here, tó bá wà lágbọ̀n kò ní jáde mọ́. Go back, and if you call, everything you think is money. How continue to build the there is difference between having fame and having substance. One time you pay the substance is when you see somebody famous and with social media numbers, you think that is substance. Is reason why majority of the Nigerian youth are not contributing anything meaningful to the development of the world. Not to talk of Nigeria, because the only thing you see as success is money and social media relevance. Numbers. Only social media only empty. Don't contribute. They don't represent something substantial. Don't meaning. They don't even appreciate what I'm doing. One person on social media, one cut on, that your means this, and then you see. Look at one way the woman come. More conscious theater. He miss collect. He miss as green crown. Don't do this green. I bet you with the couple. Kill she. Ìyá tí ó gbádùn tó dàbí àwọn tí tó dàbí àwọn elégbọn yẹn. Ìyá face irú case yẹn. Do you think it was easy to face that case in Babajisha's case? Because even the Attorney General of Lagos State knows I'm speaking the truth. I'm fighting for what was right. There's no way I said if Babajisha is guilty, don't punish him. There's no way I said it's okay to abuse children. But I said the debt we owe every child is protection. If the same law that you are using prosecuting Babajisha, why is the same law blind to Damola Adekola, to Princess? Very soon, Princess Amokwe, the law stands for everybody. In